New to yoga or need a simple daily practice to do at home? This 15-minute Iyengar yoga routine is for you. I'll guide you with clear alignment points and teach you step by step. Let's get into it. Stand up straight with your feet parallel to each other. Interlace the fingers in front of you and reach the arms high up towards the ceiling. This is Urdhva Padanguliasana. Extend the arms high up, then spread them to the side, and then bring them back down by your sides. With the hands on your hips, step the feet wide apart for triangle pose. Extend the arms in line with your shoulders. Lift the front of your left foot and turn it in as you rotate the right foot, right thigh and kneecap to the right. Reach to the right and bring your right hand down anywhere on your shin. Keep your legs straight and steady. If you're flexible, your right hand can come down lower. Reach the left arm up in line with your shoulder. Then come back up and turn your feet forward. Rotate now your right toes in as you turn your left foot out. As you exhale, reach to the left and bring the left hand down. Stretch the right arm up towards the ceiling and press through your right heel to keep your right leg steady. Inhale and come back up. Turn the feet forward, bring the hands to the hips and step back. Mountain pose or Tadasana. Interlace the fingers in front of you and stretch the arms up once more. And then spread the arms, hands back onto the hips. Step the feet wide and let's repeat triangle. Left foot in, right foot out. So the kneecap points directly in the same direction as your right toes. As you reach to the right and bring your right hand down, keep your left leg steady by pressing through the outer edge of your left foot and reach that left arm long in line with the shoulder. Extend the sides of your torso, then come back upright. Turn the right toes in and rotate the left foot, left kneecap, and the front of the thigh out. Anchor through your right heel. Keep the right thigh pressing back. On your way down, lift the front of the left thigh up. And then continue that action as you stay in the pose. Reach through the top arm. Keep the legs steady and strong. And come up. Turn the feet forward, hands onto the hips, and let's step back to Tadasana or mountain pose. Interlace the fingers in front of you once more and reach the arms high up for Urdhva Padanguliasana. Spread the arms by your sides, hands on the hips. Step the legs wide apart for Warrior Two. Rotate the left toes in and the right foot out. Press through the back heel and lift your chest. Bend the right leg and bring the knee to line up over your ankle. Sometimes the knee drops in or out. Try to keep it tracked over the ankle. Broaden through the chest. Turn the head to look over your right fingertips. Straighten the legs and turn the feet forward. Turn your right toes in now as you turn the left foot and left leg out. Press through the back heel as you bend your left leg to 90 degrees, looking over the fingertips or straight ahead. Keep your shoulders soft. Spread the arms wide. Then come back up and step the feet back together, back to Tadasana or mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back here and lift your chest. Place the hands on the hips and step your feet quite wide now for Prasarada Padottanasana. Point the toes directly ahead and elbows back behind you. On an exhalation, bend forward at the hips. Keep your hands on your hips, then bring your hands down. Line up the hands to the shoulders. Keep your legs straight and extend your side body forward. Keep your arms straight as well. Roll the shoulders back away from your ears. Press through the heels and lift your kneecaps. If you can, walk the hands further back, keeping them very straight, pulling the torso forward. Then walk your feet towards each other, hands on the hips, and come up and bring your feet back together. Come down to all fours now for downward facing dog. Place your hands directly under your shoulders and knees in line with your hips. Turn your toes under. Lift your knees and hips up and push the hips back. Keep your legs as straight as you can and lift the hips as high as you can. Pressing back through the hips, lengthen the side body, relax your head. Come down to all fours. Cross your ankles behind you and straighten the legs in front of you. Dandasana or staff pose. Have your hands by your hips, arms straight, legs straight. If you find it difficult to sit upright while straightening your legs, adding a couple blankets to raise your seat will help. Keep the hips supported and the thighs completely off the blanket. Reach through your heels and point your toes up and roll your shoulders back. Look straight ahead. Adding a simple twist here. Pull the right knee up and bring your heel close to the hips. Then wrap your right arm around your right shin or your knee for Marichyasana 1. Turn your chest away from your right leg. Keep your left leg straight, reaching through the heel. Come back to center, release the right leg. Pull the left knee up and bring the heel as close as you can to the blanket or your hip. Wrap the left arm around and rotate your chest away from your bent leg. Look over your right shoulder if you can. Back to center and straighten both legs. Now we're going to set up near to a wall for a simple legs up the wall inversion. Sit sideways as close as you can to the wall. Then slide your legs up as you release your back and shoulders down. Take care that you are centered here. You can spread the arms wide. And you can always place a blanket under your hips or your head or both. Reach through the heels and spread the toes so the bottoms of the feet are wide open. Keep the shoulders really relaxed. Take the feet apart, equidistant from the center, for an upside down Upavishta Konasana, wide angle pose. You can determine how far you take the feet apart from each other, as long as you keep your legs straight and lower back down. You can stretch the arms overhead as well as you press your hips towards the wall. Then bring the bottoms of your feet together and release the knees to the sides for an upside down Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Don't worry if your knees don't touch the wall, don't force them. Then bring the knees in and slide the legs back up the wall. To come out, bend your knees, roll to your side, and come back up. Come to rest on your abdomen for Cobra pose. You could always put a blanket under the hips here to make it more comfortable. Place your hands by your side waist and lengthen the legs back, lifting one foot at a time, reaching through the heels, then bringing the toes back down. Keeping the elbows bent, press down through the hands, push the floor down and away, and begin to lift the shoulders up and the chest up. Slowly increase the lift of the chest to your capacity. Keep the shoulders rolling back. You can look straight ahead or you can look up, and then bring yourself back down to the mat. Take a moment to reset. Let's repeat this one more time. Pressing down with the hands, roll the shoulders back. Lengthen the waist up towards your armpits. As you lift your upper body, squeeze the tailbone down into the floor and bring the outer hips in towards each other. And then come all the way back down. Push up to all fours. Turn your toes under. And go back up to downward facing dog. Draw the side body up towards the hips up and back to stretch the low back and the lumbar. Then come back down and rest in child pose. Round the back and relax the head here. Take in a few breaths. Now come to sit in a simple cross-leg position. You can place a blanket under your hips once more to make this more comfortable. And we're going to do a simple twist to round out our practice. Bring your right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind. Draw the torso up as you twist and rotate. Then you can turn and look over your back shoulder for a deeper twist. Come back and let's set it up for the second side. Bring the left arm around and right hand behind you. Rotate and come back to center. Change the cross of the legs. Once more, bring the right hand in front, left hand behind. Keep the spine uplifted as you turn. Then come back to center and go to the second side. Broaden the chest, rolling the shoulders back. Come back to center, and if you like, place a blanket for your head as you lie down onto your back. On the way down, keep your legs bent. If you are using a blanket for your head, feel free to adjust it. Bend your right knee in, wrapping the fingers around the shin as you straighten your left leg. Stretch through your left heel. Point the toes up towards the ceiling. Keep your right leg really soft. Then switch legs. Pull the left knee in, straighten the right leg down and away, reach through the heels, spread the toes so you can feel that stretch all the way to the bottom of your feet. Then lengthen the lower back, keeping both legs bent momentarily. And when you're ready, relax the legs down onto the floor for Savasana. Let go any tension in the legs. Relax your hips. Relax your shoulders, elbows, and your hands. Let your body rest onto the mat. Relax your facial features, any tension in the throat, in the shoulders, behind the eyes. Breathe and soften and let go. Rest completely here in Shavasana. As the body relaxes, notice if your breath becomes longer, softer, and more smooth. When you're ready, bend your legs, roll to your right side, and gently bring yourself back into a sitting position. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you will keep practicing. Until next time, namaste.